Today on Solid Mind, we are asking the question, should you buy a tablet? I would tell you my thoughts to save you guys time if you don't want to sit here for the next 8 minutes. I think tablets are now not worth it anymore. I know that we currently have the fold-in phones, which are basically mini tablets slash phones. But in a day-to-day environment, tablets are becoming more irrelevant as technology increases. Our phones are getting bigger, which means tablets are not as useful because in our cars, there's basically a tablet if you have a newer car. And if you need power, tablets are not able, that's not true, are not willing to be able to get the power you need. So let's watch a video to find out, from a student, should you buy tablets basically?
So, are you an incoming college student looking to see what you should take notes with? Well, you've come to the right place. For the past 4 years, I have been an avid tablet user, with my iPad always accompanying me to school, on trips, and heck, even to bed sometimes. I mean, this thing is constantly on me.
I completely understand it, and depending on the type of user you are, a tablet could be all you need. But I don't think it makes sense in 2024 to get a tablet if you are a power user like I am.
Well, my friends have always asked, is it worth it? Well, let's talk about it. In college, especially with your gen eds like biology and chemistry, you will be taking a lot of notes. Whether that's by annotating your class notes or writing your own, you will need something to condense that information down effectively. And a tablet is a great device to do that with. You can jot notes.
That is true. He does have a point. You could also use a piece of paper, but in terms of actually being able to track what you're doing, a tablet is perfect for that.
Notes during class and edit them digitally, which is incredibly handy when things are a little faster paced. And then you can also add images from the internet, which can add a lot more detail to your notes in general. And that's all wonderful. But on the flip side, a standard notebook isn't too shabby either. It's the standard method for jotting down notes, just super simple pen and paper.
Yes, that is true. That is true. I guess for me, the question comes in terms of distractions, especially in an academic setting. My goodness, I sound like an old person now. When I was in school, I would have loved to be able to just play with an iPad and just chill in the class, but they would look at you sideways. I know things are a little bit different now, if that dates me a little bit. But a tablet in a classroom setting makes the most sense in terms of the low power user, just the most basic elements of making notes. A tablet is perfect for that, especially iPads.
And yeah, there's no digital editing or copying images from the internet, but the price difference between notebooks and tablets is quite astounding, I'll tell you. This goes out to those who say that in the long term, an iPad is more cost effective. At least with my pretty simple math, I beg to differ. Perhaps convenience-wise, a tablet is well worth the money, but the lowest tier iPad is $330.
So the only reason I would say get an iPad when it comes to making notes is if you are prone to A, losing your notes, B, don't tend to look back at your notes, and C, want to share your notes. Currently with the emergence of AI, it would make more sense to do it on an iPad and then upload it, but you can take a photo of your notes and AI can transcribe it very easily. So it's like, again, it's that thing about an iPad, what problem is it solving? That's the question. Is it solving a genuine problem, or is it more like an accessory, just like a nice to have?
Plus $100 for the Apple Pencil, while a typical notebook is just $2. Even if you need 10 a semester, that's only $160 for 4 years. Of course, factoring in pens and whatnot, that might increase the price a little bit, but overall, no. The iPad is more expensive by a pretty big margin, hence why it could be pretty difficult to justify for many students. For me, I kind of viewed my iPad as a bit of a test. Frankly speaking, I've always been interested in tech, and when I started college, I knew I wanted to try out the tablet lifestyle. So my love for the iPad actually came after I used it for some time. And so here's why I like it. I prefer to have everything on one device.
That's a good reason. And because iPads, iPhones, Macintosh, or MacBooks as you guys call it, ran on the same, I guess, walled garden, as Apple would call it, you can have your notes with you at any time, at any moment, because of, being able to access it through iCloud. So this is a big factor to why an iPad would make sense for educational purposes. As for me, anyway, let me just finish before I give you my full opinion.
Meaning I have all of my notes, my calendar, my emails, and many other things on the iPad using Google Drive and OneDrive. And that is just really convenient for me. I'm the type of person who won't look at his phone for like 3 to 4 hours in a given period of time because I just don't need to. It's pretty distracting already, so I just use my iPad to stay focused. Because this iPad is literally just dedicated to productivity and my journal.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. If you're not getting text and phone calls through your iPad, then yeah, it makes sense to use it for that purpose.
Doesn't have anything related to entertainment on it. So by differentiating my productivity devices and consolidating all of my files onto one tablet, I'm able to just not take my whole backpack with me every day. I've said this many times, but I will go to class with literally just my iPad and Apple Pencil. Now you can do that with a notebook, of course, but you don't have as much flexibility. Like, I'm still connected online and can take spontaneous online quizzes our professors assign us throughout the class period, which for pharmacy school, yeah, there's a lot. But you can also just use your phone if it's really that necessary. So again, it's more of a convenience factor rather than a necessity.
I've been saying that. Okay. Let me tell you my viewpoints in a second.
That is the main concept of using a tablet in college. Frankly, it is just more convenient to use over pen and paper. Most of the time, because you can do a lot with it. But there are some moments where the technology fails, and that's when it's not as convenient. But overall, there are a lot of features that the iPad possesses that a notebook does not have.
Okay, let me finish this video because you guys probably don't have the attention span to watch it all the way here. And if you have, leave me a comment and say, hey, I watched it past 7 minutes. So I can be impressed because I've seen the watch time and most people don't stay past 7 minutes. So this is my opinion. Why do I think tablets, iPads are kind of irrelevant in this current year you're watching it in? It's as I said earlier, it's not a need. It's not solving a problem anywhere. The issue I find, for example, with iPads is like it has the infrastructure to be as powerful as a MacBook, but it will never have the same ability to run all the same apps and be like a MacBook because it will destroy the MacBook cells. When I say cells, it's SALES, not CELLS, like in biology. So this is more like iPads are cheaper, and if they were at the same power as a MacBook, which they basically are, but have the same abilities to run all the MacBook apps, why would anybody buy a MacBook when an iPad is enough? I'm sorry to say this, most tablet users are not power users. They don't need all the power. So I feel like, okay, if you're going to school, maybe get it for the fun of it, but there is no cost justification. I have had iPads, I've had Windows tablets, I've tried to use them in cars, tried to use them in my own home, tried to use them when traveling, and it's like I've never seen a justification. When I'm traveling, there is TVs everywhere I go with Fire TVs available and you can stream. Okay, maybe in a camping environment, when I'm camping, maybe I'll use my phone. Like, okay, maybe I am not the right demographic. So leave a comment down below and tell me, where would you use a tablet, and do you use it? Because I don't see many people who do, and those that do use it more as a convenience than a necessity. So let me know, guys, if you use it, how do you use it? Because I need to be educated in this, because I do not see a need for it. Maybe I haven't been exposed to the elements of when a tablet is needed. I just haven't come across one where it's like, yes, a tablet fixes this problem. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.